Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I have just watched Seville 1, West Ham nil, and I'll tell you what, I'm so proud of the boys. I really, really am. Um, where do I begin on this one? Let's start off at the beginning. West Ham come out and they looked all right. They really looked all right at West Ham, I must admit. But the Vlasic chance is massive. Antonio also had a good chance running through, but he was had defenders round him and it was hard. But there's two chances in this game, and one of them fell to Vlasic. And Vlasic tonight, for me, um, was good, but that's a golden chance. Absolute golden chance. And he should be burying that chance, really, in the first half. Um, but Seville are a good outfit. They are. What do you mean? They weren't amazing. They know how to sort of like compress teams in and whatnot. And do you know what? I was quite pleased with us tonight. I really was. I thought Antonio held the ball up in spells, but wasn't vintage tonight, I must admit. But other players who were good, like Soucek, I thought was okay. Like Lanzini didn't have his best game for me, and obviously Vlasic is probably the best game Vlasic has played in a West Ham shirt by a country mile, in my opinion. I thought he was all right tonight, Vlasic. I can understand, and I've just seen a comment there, and someone Vinay says Vlasic's efforts were on target, made the keeper work to keep it out. The problem is that header is dead straight at him. It's dead straight at him. Like it's literally, if he aims it either side, left or right, it's a goal. It's a goal. But he's headed it straight at him, or if he heads it down, it's a goal. It's just a like, it's a good effort, but he should be scoring that. Do you know what I mean? For the money he's cost, he should be burying it. He obviously had another chance, which the keeper tipped round, and we had a load of corners and stuff. But like the game sort of passed us by a little bit, if I'm honest. Like even though their goal is a massive defensive error from West Ham, for me, we had them contained, really, like very much so. I felt El Nesri, who we've been linked with many and many times, was a nuisance. He got some headers away, I must admit, but like I can't really single out anyone who had a really bad performance. I thought, as Adam says, Ben Johnson was a man of the match tonight. I thought he was very good. I thought he dealt with Lucas. Lucas, was it on Campos? I think it is. His name is. Tongue tight. Yeah, I thought he dealt with him very well. I thought Zuma played okay. Right, he played pretty well. I must admit, one player who I didn't really see really, right, was Rice. Did not really see Rice tonight. Oh, he was like in and out of the game. He done some good defensive work. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't vintage going forward. It was like a 4-3-3 system, like Lanzini, Soucek, and Rice. And obviously, Soucek had a good chance in the second half, and it was like a chance to straight at him, really. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, he wasn't vintage tonight. But obviously, Ben Rama come on for Vlasic. And listen, as everyone knows, I'm a big Ben Rama fan. I want Ben Rama to succeed at his club massively. And I thought he looked good. Right, he done a bit of trickery. He got to the byline. He get crosses in. The only thing with West Ham at present that is massively irritating me is that we keep going forward and then stopping, checking back, sideways and back passing. Cresswell done it multiple times tonight, and it was just really getting on my nerves in the end. I'm sitting there, and it's just that we just got no cutting edge. No one decides to go to the byline and then cross the ball across the box or anything like that. It's always they try and do the perfect goal, if that makes sense. And sometimes you just got to go down the line, like cross the ball along the box. It might have a deflection and whatnot. And Benny did that. Benny got to the byline, crossed the ball in, it took a deflection, falls nicely to Lanzini. It's a good tackle from the Seville defender, but I think he should be scoring that. Like he should be at least like hitting a target at 100%. But do you know what I mean? It was just one of them games tonight. Really, it really, really was. And listen, I don't fear Seville at all now. I've looked at them for 90 minutes and I think, you know what? I fancy us. I fancy us at home. If Bowen is fit, we can do them at home. Right? But we need to be on the front foot at home. Like we can't be letting them into the game. Like in the second half, like I'm just remembering the game back now. like second half, we just allowed them to come onto us. And Moyes has to take a little bit of criticism tonight for this because Lanzini wasn't doing anything really. Do you know what I mean? He got booked, and he eventually makes the sub. And I think Mark Noble should have been on sooner. Right, I really do believe that. I think Noble should have been on because they was just dictating the play at Seville, and they was just running us ragged at one stage. But you know what? Their goal, which they did score, was like it's a great set piece move, but defensively we are. I don't know who to blame there. I really, really don't. On the one hand, I look at it and I think, you know, the ball's come across, right? No one's given a shout, and everyone. It just seemed like everyone just looked round, and the bloke's just on the volley, bang, goal. I think it was a good goal. Areola, I don't think he could do a lot about it. Do you know what I mean? And that's all they really did, really. Obviously, El Nesri had a good shot that went across the goal. If that goes in the top corner, it's Weldy. Obviously, a couple of headers. But you know what? Yeah, as I say, I fancy us at the LS big time. Bowen needs to be fit, though. I will say that. Bowen needs to be fit, up for it. And West Ham need to be on the front foot. Like, tonight, we was, in spells, we was good. And then sometimes we was a bit not there. Do you know what I'm saying? We wasn't there. And the problem I have is when you look at the bench tonight, and we are bringing on Mark Noble's retiring and Syed Ben Rahman. I've got to admit, I thought Benny played all right tonight. Like, I will say that. I thought he come on. I thought he tried to make things happen. Done a good bit of footwork. But it's like we're chasing the game and we're trying to hope this man performs, which is not good. Man of the match wise, yeah, I think Ben Johnson played well. I've got to admit, I think he done well. I thought Souček done all right tonight and all. I thought he was everywhere. He had shots. He was getting in the box. Fornells was decent to a point. But it's just the final end product at the minute. And West Ham just do not have the final end product. And I know what's going to happen is someone will get a good idea from West Ham. And all them chances will just happen on the day. And I hope it's Seville. I think if we score early against Seville next week, I think we can roll them out the ground. I said it last night on a preview show. I said I fancy a 0-0. Right, I really did. Right, and let's be honest, it would have filtered out into a 0-0 draw tonight. I was pretty close on that until they're. Let's be honest. Until they're good work with their set piece, but as I say, like I look at things now. I think he's got to change it up. He's got to go all out attack next week. I think we can blast them out the ground, Seville. I look at their defence. They've got two small lads in defence, like who really didn't do well at set pieces. The only thing that irritated me tonight, one thing that massively irritated me in Cresswell tonight, I just look at him and I think, mate, you can cross a ball up in spells, but sometimes when you do stupid things, he was taking crosses from the right, I think it was, and he was doing like an outswinger, and it was like he goes out for a goal kick, and I'm like, mate, we've just got a corner, we've been massively under pressure, and then you go and spoon it out, and it comes back in. But I can't knock him. He's been great for us, for West Ham. He really, really has. So I'm going to wrap this up pretty quick for my final thought, and I'll get to the chat. My final thought is this: basically, next week it's all hands on deck, literally. But we have to go right foot to the floor from minute one, and I want to see a Liverpool performance like it was at the LS, not a Chelsea one, Liverpool one, where we was on them from minute one all the way through. And I believe we can score 2 goals against them. The problem is with West Ham, can we not concede? Because recently we are conceding goals. We need Bowen back, and I would like to see a 4-2-3-1 system, like an attacking formation. I think we need to score 2 goals anyway to beat Seville. Like it's right. Nevertheless, like we could win the game 1-0 and it goes all the way to penalties. But I do feel that we need to score 2 goals, and I think we can do that. But we've got to be on the front foot. Bowen will be a nuisance, but he will be targeted next week. They will know that he's just come back from an injury. And they will leave little digs on him. So it's going to be a great game next week at the LS. It really is. It's going to be historic especially in modern day like history for West Ham United, right? And I hope we can put in a top class performance today. So roll on next week for that. get to your chat. Let's have a look. We have got yeah, I like what I said at the start, Vinay. Like, I understand what you're saying about Vlasic. I get it. But that's got to be going in, mate. That has to be. Like, there's no choice about it. Adam says Ben Johnson was man of the match. I thought he was good, I must admit. Dawson needs to learn how to dispute the ball. He played us into trouble a number of times. 4-0 passing was beyond awful. Benny's bright when he come on. We will take that, James. Yeah, I've got a good few comments there from Ian. For me, Dawson, not good enough for me, mate. It really ain't. Like, but we're so light at the back. We're relying on Craig Dawson to start putting balls in, like pinpoint balls. Right. Defensively tonight, I thought he was okay. He got his head on things. Couple of times he got out jumped by El Nesri, and that was a fear. But I agree with there was a cross I think it was in the second half where he's got the ball. We've been massively under pressure, and he just goes and puts a ball into Seville's defence and goes, "Oh right, we'll just give it away." I'm like, "What is going on, Dawson?" Like crying out loud. Fornals. People say about his passing tonight. Yeah, I agree, but he did work hard tonight. Fornals. Listen, I'm not his biggest fan, but I've got to admit he did graft. And then you can look at it on the other side with Antonio. Fornals was doing the running, but Antonio was doing the hold-up play. But no one does multiple things. But I agree. And he says about Benny was bright. I agree on that 100%. Ben Rama was magnificent when he come on. He was good. He was good. But he needs to start because he will run at defences. He will win your fouls. And he will cause them problems. I thought he was a nuisance tonight, but I just don't think he come on like he wasn't on long enough. And when he was on, we was massively under it. I think him and Noble should have come on, but that's down to David Moyes. And obviously, when I get to my player ratings, I think Moyes dithered there. Like Lanzini wasn't great tonight, in my opinion. Yeah, he passes the ball, but he's missed multiple chances tonight. And like he brought a geezer down. I think he nearly brought someone else. Like he was about to bring someone else down before he run through him. And I love Lanzini. He's been a great player for West Ham United, but central midfield, not for me, in my opinion. Missing young predictability players like Benny and Mazawaku to unlock their defence. I've got to ask everyone in the chat. Mazawaku coming on for like 30 seconds. I could not understand that one. I really, really couldn't. I was baffled beyond belief with that. Rice was asked to play more like a number 4, mate. Yeah, I just didn't notice him tonight, Declan. I just didn't. Like defensively, he's always mustard. Yeah, but I just didn't notice him tonight. And I look at him, and usually he's that sort of driving force from midfield to get us up the pitch. There was none of that tonight. Souček done it in spells, but he gives away the ball quite a lot, Souček. For how good he is aerially and arriving late, that boy does give away the ball, and he's like robotic. And Mitchell is right when Mitchell says about him, I must admit. How you doing, Anis? Need more hard shots around the box, similar to what Yama does. Look at the goal against Kidderminster. Yeah. We are knackered. That's why we ain't as good in the second half. Yeah. But they did have a day's rest, Seville, more than us, I must admit. Dawson didn't move, James. He was the closest to the player. Yeah. Ball watching, though. But there was a lot of them tonight who was ball watching. I can't remember who it was, but someone else was ball watching. And I was going mad. I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're just literally standing there waiting for the ball to sort of come over. And I can't remember. It might have even been Dawson. And I was like, but that's what you get. Like, I'm sorry, but there's levels to this game. Yeah. And listen, Craig Dawson's done great things at West Ham. He's been a good signing, like a very, very good signing. Yeah. For the money that we're paid for him. But there comes a time where you need class. And Dawson isn't class. He is your backup defender who will get you out a spot above her, and that's all he is, in my opinion. What we got is I don't know how 4 hours played until injury time, lost and gave the ball away so much. Yeah, it's his work rate, isn't it? That's what everyone raves about, his work rate. Me personally, I don't see much in 4-0. I really don't. He don't score enough goals. He's not fast. He's got a good pass on him. He's got good work rate, but that's about it. But everyone loves him. So it's a weird one for me. And he's like, Moyes' favourite son, really. Do you know what I mean? We need to rest a few against Villa. This is vital. Uh, I think if we can beat Villa, then the morale will be high. But will we at the minute? We just can't score. We just cannot seem to bury a chance. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them ones. Obviously, Darren says he was terrible. Should have started Ben Rama. Terrible again from Vlasic. I don't think Vlasic was bad tonight, but I don't think he was absolutely amazing. Like he cuts inside, good close control, good shot for this, like the second shot, but the first one is a golden chance. It's a golden chance. He's got time. He's like he comes over and he could actually volley it if he fancied it. Like he had enough time to even just to like volley it in the net. But to sort of header it straight at the goalkeeper, he's like, come on there. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's saying Fornals' passing was shocking. Yeah, he's not my favourite player, so I'm not going to go in on Fornals. And I look at Fornals and I just don't think I don't understand why he's in the team sometimes. Like he don't offer much going forward. He works hard. He sings bubbles to his kid, but that's about it. Do you know what I'm saying? And one thing West Ham lack is pace. And when Bowen's not in the team and Ben Rama's not in that team, who do we rely on really for pace? There's not a lot. Vlasic hasn't really got like blistering pace. He holds the ball up. He's strong and robust, but he's not lightning quick. And Antonio tonight, I don't know what Antonio really done tonight. If I'm being honest. Like, what did he really do? I was expecting him to give their centre halves problems, and he really didn't do it a lot. He held the ball up a couple of times, but he just doesn't. For me, Antonio isn't that sort of caliber. He's your mid-table team caliber type of player, and he'll do your job. But against top defenders, and that Koundé, who is in their defence, who Chelsea are after, Chelsea are after him for a reason because he's a very, very good defender, and he seems to have Antonio locked up really tonight. We had a great chance to beat Seville. The pressure's on them. Yeah, I agree. No way Vlasic was the main option going forward. There was easy two options to name. Yeah. Every game, I hope Vlasic will score. He doesn't. Fornals was shocking. Phil James, do we rest a few? For me, I think Bowen will not play 100%. That's a definite. I think he has to like change it up. Give Noble a game. Like let Noble play a game. Mazawaka if you have to. Like change it up. Do something. Like I think we are relying on one game. Right, and this Seville game is like the one game of our season. Now, let's be honest. We can look at it both ways. Right, and I'll go back to what I said on my player ratings last week. And I turned around and said, but Jared Bowen shouldn't have been playing against Liverpool away, really. Like there should have been players coming in. But the problem is Moyes just does not invest in the youth, right? Krell, he should be playing, right? Yeah, people say he's awful, but if Seville's the biggest game, right, this season, right now, then you've got to bring these players in. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'd put Ashby in there. I'd mix it up big time. Diop in there. The problem is with West Ham, like I don't want to be negative tonight. I'm over the moon with the boys. But two signings change our like way of rotation. Like when you look at the bench tonight, and I was quite embarrassed tonight. I look at that bench, all there is youth players. There's Darren Randolph, there's Crowell, there's Noble, there's Benny, there's Matt. That's it. That's all there is. It's not exactly a Europa League bench. Do you know what I'm saying? And to me, when you've got minimal options, what can you do? Like, there's not a lot you can do. So I just think Villa is a game which we can do without, but I think if we beat Villa, then the confidence will be higher. I think we have to still keep the Premier League going because I don't want us to all pin our hopes on Seville and then we get like bailed out next Thursday night and everyone's going, oh, well, what's going on there sort of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting one. It really is. And Moyes has to make his mind up. I've always said this. I've always said that I don't like Fornals and Lanzini in the same team. I just don't like it at all. I think that they play a similar way. They don't contribute to goals. They don't. They pass the ball around well. They're slick. They're this. They're that. but they've got no cutting edge like the pair of them. Do you know what I mean? And I've always said that. I think if you have one of them in the team, then you can get round it. But having both of them in the team, you are minimising their options. And tonight it proved it. Should have subbed off Lanzini, not Vlasic. I agree, but I think both of them. I think Lanzini should have went off, but for Noble, I was screaming at the TV in the pub. I was saying, like, get Noble on. But we are getting massively overrun at the minute, and we're fighting to stay in this game, and we need a bit of control in midfield. And then about the only reason why Moyes changed it up because Lanzini went to do a foul or do something, and basically, next thing you know, Moyes takes him off, and I was like, he should have been off 10 minutes ago. Like Mark Noble, listen, you either love Noble or you think his time is done. He should not be nowhere near the team. But what he brings is calmness, like that calmness around midfield. And that's what I think we needed, 100%. I said yesterday, played the he needs a rest. Yeah, he needs to start. I agree, mate. I really do. I keep calling for this. And listen, I'm not like a Ben Rama fanboy, but I know a talented player. Look at him tonight. He comes on. He looked lively. He created the chance for Lanzini. Fair enough. It's a great defensive block, but he done it. Sometimes I look at Ben Rama and people fire balls into him, which are literally uncontrollable. Right? He's like, well, what can I do with that? And then you lose the ball, and then he's fighting to get it back. And then it's like Ben Rama needs to be on the last man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like running in behind, because I just think he can do that. But I want to see him back in this team. But I don't want to see Moyes keep going down this stubborn approach. He's done it ever since Newcastle at home. Ever since Ben Rama sort of voiced these frustrations, Moyes has done nothing but leave him on the bench. Now, I'm sorry, tonight, Vlasic had a golden chance tonight. Yeah, the other night, Lanzini had a golden chance. Fornals had a golden chance. But when are you going to look at it and change it now and go, you know what? Ben Rama needs to play. You know what I mean? Because when Antonio is good, Ben Rama's on the pitch. Listen, and I'm just saying that. Yeah, the stats don't lie. Yeah, and people either go with stats or don't. But when Benny's on the pitch, then thingy, like he does well. So, and Antonio scores goals. So we're going to have to go around it a different way next week. 100%. If we go with Fornals and Lanzini, we're just setting up to try and nick a goal rather than be on the front foot. I think Rice wasn't fully fit, so I asked him to sit. Yeah, I didn't like that tonight. I did not notice him. I sat in the pub, I'm sitting there, and I said to my mate, I said, I don't even know Rice on the pitch. And I don't like that. I did not like that. Like with Declan Rice, he dictates the way West Ham play. Like he picks the ball up, he sprays the passes left and right, he does the driving runs. He was very. I just didn't see him. Like defensively, he was good. Don't get me wrong, and he was everywhere. But he just no threat from him tonight. Do you know what I mean? And I know he's a DM, and people are either wanting to go forward or they want him to sort of not. But I thought he was quiet tonight, Declan. I really did. The only reason to bring Mazza was to protect the 1-0 loss. Yeah, Fornals doesn't work hard though. You know what I mean? The ball should have been cleared and not fucked about with to give away a free kick. Deal with that. No cross coming in. Yeah, and that goes back to Zuma. Kirk Zuma gives away the foul. The cross comes in, and yeah. Faults on Areola. I thought Areola was all right tonight, mate. I don't remember him doing anything a lot wrong. Couldn't do anything for the goal. Do you know what I mean? But I like Areola. I think Areola's a decent goalkeeper. That's my opinion. Sorry, Fever, but my nan would have scored that. She probably would have done, mate. I think Vlasic had a good game. Should have scored, but was offering a lot going forward. The only problem with that is then, if that is the case, everyone says that he's had a good game, he's done this, he's done that. Right? Why did Moyes take him off? Because it's like the same thing over and over again. Like, we need a goal, but he won't take off Lanzini, right, until late. And people are saying Fornals, and listen, and I've criticised Fornals well before anyone else. And I said, you know what, he's just not my type of player. But like, you criticise him, mate, people go mental, right? Now, if Fornals isn't doing it, why didn't you just leave on Vlasic Benny, and Antonio. That's the sort of like West Ham ain't an attacking side. We score goals, granted, but we just don't look like an attacking side at the minute. Like it's very like pedestrian at present. Like we pass the ball around left and right and back and go down the side and cross the ball into no one. It's always the same old crap, basically. Do you know what I mean? And it was just, I just don't understand why he subbed him. I really don't. Like if he's like fair enough, he did have a good game, but this is why I go back to saying what I said a long time ago about Moyes. He's got his favourites. And like, if Pablo Fornals isn't performing tonight, he should have been cooked 100%. Fornals, 65% pass accuracy. Not good enough, mate. Team is trying to walk the ball into the net. Totally agree. Need more low shots, pinpoint in crowded boxes. Ball can go anywhere. Then, yeah, listen, I don't know how many times I kept screaming at Ben Johnson and Cresswell to go down the sides and try and smash a ball along the floor. I just don't do it. It's like Cresswell knows he ain't going to do anyone for pace, right? So what he does, he checks back. Now, I know, listen, if you go back and watch the game, right, just watch Cresswell. He'll get the ball, he'll run down the line, he'll turn, he'll check back, and he'll go to Rice or he'll go to Noble, especially in the second half. It's the same old thing over and over again. And what irritates me with Cresswell, he's got a good cross on him, but he just don't seem to want to cross the beat a man and then cross the ball in. It's always like stopping and starting. It's just so frustrating, it really is. I don't get the hype of Areola. I think he's nowhere near fab. I disagree, mate. I think Areola's decent. I really do. And I think he's a decent player for me, 100%. We build slow in building up, and points pass wins cross. Oh, totally agree with you, mate. Mesra looked really motivated when he come on. Just kidding. Blimey. Let's see. Crow. Villa are playing well tonight. Maybe they will be knackered for Sunday. Possibly. Spot on, James. Fornals and Anzi together. Slow. Yeah, I've always said that. And I remember a game this season, Arsenal away. Yeah. And I'll never forget the game, right? Because I looked at the team sheet. Ben Rama weren't on it. Bowen played, and he went with Fornals, Lanzini, Bowen, Antonio up top, and it was just too slow. It was just too slow. And I know Arsenal are a good side, but Sevilla are a good side. It was the same thing tonight. It's like it's slow build up, and I just don't see no pace in our team. And one thing I want West Ham to do this summer is sign some pace, right? Just sign some lively players who can just get a ball over the top, let them run onto it. Do you know what I mean? It's just we haven't got that. All we've got is players. All we rely on is Mikel Antonio, and if he don't do it, then we're knackered basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Noble has excellent passing skills. He is slow, yes, but he lets the ball do the running. Best passer in our team. Yeah, I won't say maybe Declan is. Maybe Declan's up there with him, but I do agree. When Noble comes on, he controls it, like the tempo of the game. We need to finish chances. If we had done that, we would be happy. Would have been happy. The goal was Fornals' fault. Wow. Do you know what I mean? Maybe, but then Kirk Zuma's at fault for that, also for doing a stupid tackle and getting booked. Do you know what I mean? This is the new declare West Ham. Whatever you say, mate. Eleanor, I agree. Not Zuma. That's what I mean. Moyes does the same side, and it's a joke because I would have took 4 hours off. It pissed me off at the same escape coming on and off. The problem is favouritism there, 100%. It really, really is. And listen, I'm not a Moyes hater. Right? I don't want anyone to think I'm a Moyes hater. I think he's done all right, but he's a stubborn man, and his stubbornness is a major problem, and that's no joke. And when you do look at our bench, really. It's quite bloody embarrassing, if I speak the honest truth. Like we're West Ham United. We finished 6th last year, and we've got kids and Darren Randolph on our bench. You know what I mean? It's not exactly going to put up any trees, is it? You know what I'm saying? No sitting problem. That's where we're doing this in front of the goal. Yeah. I just joined there. If we could finish, we would be flying. How many chances do we miss? It's getting so frustrating. And that is the end of the comments, I think. Yes, it is. That's the end of the comments for that. I agree. We missed some golden chances tonight, like especially the Vlasic one. The Lanzini one, maybe good defensively, but it is what it is. But next week, I think we can do them at home, and I'm usually quite pessimistic about things, but I'm on this one. Well, I will be all over West Ham to win that game. I believe 65,000 people in that ground singing, getting them up for it. Bowen being back fit, and Moyes has got to go with Benny. I'm sorry, but he has to. Vlasic done well tonight. Don't get me wrong, but do you know what? Go with Vlasic and Benrahma and Bowen and Antonio, and leave Fornells out. Do you know what I mean? And Lanzini, and go a 4-2-3-1 system. We need to win this game. We need to win this game by more than one goal. Right? Do you know what I mean? So this is not a joke. This is actually like fact. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, if we don't win that game, then our season is still, we've still got the league, but it filters out. But he's got to change it. He's got to change it, and I just hope he does. I hope he does, Moyes. I hope he's seen something tonight to go, you know what? Fornells, Lanzini doesn't really work. Yeah, well, we're good on the ball. We hold the ball up, but we've got no cutting edge. It proved it. He's proven it to a lot of the fan base, because the best way of describing it is this: Antonio doesn't score many goals at present. Vlasic has only scored one goal. Fornells doesn't score many goals, and Lanzini only scores worldies. So we're relying really on Craig Dawson from a corner and Souček. Do you know what I mean? It's not exactly going to tear up any trees, so to speak. Right, what we've got here, I'll get into the final comment. His stubbornness could end up costing him his job long term. The problem is, Ian, right, and I do agree on that, is that with his stubbornness, what irritates me more than anything is he does the same thing over and over again, and he just doesn't want to change it. Like tonight, Lanzini should have been off well before he was. 100%. Lanzini, Mark Noble should have been on the pitch, right? Because it was on us. But he wasn't. But next week, I hope he sees things differently. I really do. If Fornells had lumped the ball up the field rather than playing it to Zuma when under pressure, then Zuma does not have to give it a foul. True, it is true. I must admit. Zuma made the last-ditch tackle because Fornell got him into trouble with the pass when he should have put it out for a throw-in. Everyone's on Fornells tonight. Everyone's on Fornells, 100%. And that's it. And that is all the comments. And that is me done. We'll be back at 10 o'clock tonight. I'm going to be doing a player ratings, hopefully with Mitchell. If anyone can find Mitchell, then he'll be the man with me. If not, I'll be rolling on my own. I'll be interacting with the chat and seeing what they say. I'm not gutted. I'm gutted about the result, but I'm not disheartened. I think we can beat them at home. I really, really do. I'm so confident on that. Do you know what I mean? I think that if Bowen is fit, yeah, he's got to go all out attack next week. Right, it's a game in front of 65,000 fans. Right, we need to be on the front foot, and I think if we score early, they might fold Seville. They haven't won a game in the Europa League this season away from home, so that's a positive from what I've heard or something they said. And for me, I don't understand it. Right, we need to be on the ball with them next week and make sure that we are forward thinking, on the front foot, and not trying to walk the ball in the net, so to speak. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is it from me. Do you know what I mean? So I'll be back at 10 o'clock to do a player rating. So yeah, but don't be gutted. Trust me, next week I've got a good vibe on this. I was close with a 0-0, and it should have been 0-0 tonight, really. If it wasn't for a stupid defensive howler from all of them at the back, really, because they all should have been reading it, and Declan, then maybe we would have rolled out of there with a 0-0 draw. But do you know what? I fancy this next week. I fancy us doing big time at home. Because one thing with West Ham, they do get up for the big games. And they do. This season, we have beat Chelsea, we have beat Liverpool at home, and we have beat Manchester City. Even though it's on penalties, we still beat Man City. So we can beat Seville. You know what I mean? Especially at home. Anyway, that's enough from me. Player ratings, 10 o'clock. Hopefully you'll join me then. Keep the faith, everyone. West Ham are 90 minutes away from progressing. I believe we can do it. Come on, you ones.